Aries, let's talk about what the next 7 days is looking like when it comes to love for your life, as well as what you don't see coming. Because sometimes we need to know that up front. Okay, let's talk about it. But this is for my Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, as well as Venus. If you're interested in a personal reading, make sure to click in the bio because I would like to do that for you as well. But let's talk about what I show on the table. Okay, let me talk about that. Let me talk about that. So what I have here is the Two of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Nine of Wands. And so what Spirit is really trying to show us here is in the next 7 days, you're going to be faced with a decision, okay? A decision if you should stay with someone or if you should leave someone. The reason why you're faced with that is because the Knight of Cups is coming out, which is showing you that someone in your life or connection that you had, they were really pouring into you. You thought this could really grow into something. They were very creative, very charismatic, very sweet, and they would envision stuff. They'll be talking like, we're going to get married. We're going to have this many kids. Like they were just talking, okay? And as you start to realize that they were just talking, you start to understand that they were not going to be here for a long time. So you might actually see them really exit out of your life at this time during this week, or they might just be exiting right now and they'll come back around when they're ready, once they're actually like a King of Cups or something like that. But right now they're still exploring. Right now they have a lot to learn when it comes to love because they're in daydream land. They're in la la land. They think they can get like every person under the sun when in reality they probably can't. But nonetheless, okay, they're coming in and out of your life. And so with that being said, it causes you to make a decision if you should continue to, interact with this person or if you should just really pull back and do something different. And so with that, you start to really reflect. This is where the Nine of Wands is coming out at. You're trying to reflect to figure out what's going to be the best decision for your life. Just know either way, it's going to get you to your overall goal, but one might be a little bit more challenging than the other, right? And so with this, nonetheless, with the Nine of Wands, it's showing me that you're reflecting on the things that you did right in relationships, the things you did wrong in all relationships, not just this little situationship, but the whole ordeal. And you start to reflect more about like, what's really going to make me happy? Why am I not meeting all of the love goals that I'm trying to get to? Why is love seeming never to really stay where I needed to stay at within me and such? And so you start to do a lot more reflection, right? And you start to figure this out more and more to help you make a decision. But overall, the decision is always going to be yours. And it just matters if you're ready to really step up and not abandon yourself and decide that I'm more worthy than someone that's coming in and out. And so let's see though what you don't see coming nonetheless. So what don't our Aries see coming here? So what you don't see coming is the Justice card, the Magician, and the Ace of Cups. So what you don't see coming, this is the first card that came out, is that there's a new beginning for you that's coming up. It could be with this person because maybe you start to reflect and you have that conversation. You're like, look, this is what I need if you want to be in my life. If not, you can go. But nonetheless, either they're going to step up and really bring a better love offering, or you're going to decide that this person is not in alignment and you're going to move on to someone else. And this someone else is going to come with a bigger cup. All right. This is a small ass cup. Okay, this isn't what you were worth. You're worth so much more. And so this is what the universe is going to bring into you that you don't see coming. But the way that this comes to you is because you, as you're reflecting, right, with the Nine of Wands, as you reflect on the decision, you start to understand what you're putting out in the universe. That's what you're getting back. So the more that you put out in the universe that I'll never be loved, love is always crappy towards me, I'm not lovable and all this bullshit, it's so literally what you're getting back. So you're getting people back that aren't meeting your standards, aren't staying and lasting because you were putting on the universe that you weren't really meant to be loved. So when someone came in, they didn't love you the way you should have been loved. That's the balance of it. You know what I mean? And so with that, you start to realize that. And once you start to realize that, you're like, oh, hell no, I create my life. I have the power within my soul. I decide who I let in and who I don't. And I envision my love life, and that's what's going to come to me because I envision my reality. I'm powerful. And that's what you really step into. And this is what you don't see coming, is that this situation is actually going to lead you back into yourself, lead you into understanding who you are, and allow you to really visualize this person and what they look like, the body T, everything, the heart, the soul. You're starting to envision really what you're looking for when it comes to love because you've been analyzing yourself. You've been realizing what toxic traits you're going to throw out and what you want to keep going with. And so not keep going with toxic traits, but the good parts of you that you're like, I want to continue doing in my next relationship. And so now you're manifesting, and you're manifesting real love. And that's literally what's coming into you, a new love that's really an abundant offering that what you've been really manifesting and visualizing. I mean, we're coming up with the new year, right? You're probably doing vision boards and things of that sort. Make sure as you're doing your vision board, you're also visioning what love looks like for you, whether you're in a relationship or not, what you want out of love. And the more you do that, that's when you see this new beautiful love offering is going to come to you. Again, whether the person steps up to what they need to be or a brand new love is going to really match the energy that you're putting out there. And so that's really what I show going on, what you don't expect to come. Now, with that being said, let's get you some advice. So what advice can we share with our Aries here? What advice can we share? So what I have for you is the Six of Cups and the Hierophant. So what the universe is really trying to tell you here is, as you're on your dating journey or as you're on your love journey, whether you're already in a connection or whatnot, it's telling you to really think about your past, okay? Reminisce on all the good parts of love, the love that really filled your cup, the love that really made you feel abundant and made you feel cared for and nurtured and all that good stuff. It's telling you to remember those times, because that's really what's showing you what love is, the way that you felt with those. And it's also showing you to reminisce on what love is not. So it's really just telling you to do the Nine of Wands of what we already talked about, right? But nonetheless, it's trying to show you, as you're reflecting, really make sure as you go out there, you have now inside your bag what love is and what love is not, and make sure people are in alignment to you. Make sure that their morals matches what you're wanting. So if you're saying, I want white picket fence, kids, and all that stuff, and the other person's like, oh, well, I want 5 wives. Well, that person probably isn't the right fit, right? You can't change anybody. You need to find somebody that is actually in alignment to you. You need to find somebody that matches the energy and the morals that you have, and not try to transform someone and fit someone in a box, because that's never going to work. And so if someone is not in alignment to you, if someone is not showing their morals that matches you, they need to exit your life, so that way that energy can really open space up to allow for better love, the right love to really come towards you. And so that's really the advice Spirit's trying to tell you, is to, in your reflection, use that as understanding of what love is, so you can bring in the right love. And that's really what it's saying. Now with that, let's go and get you an angel number as well as a yes no question. So think of your yes no question here. So what angel number can we provide to our Aries? So I have a 999, which is release. Interesting. But it says here, endings are new beginnings in disguise. An ending symbolizes the closure of one door and the opening of another. The whispers reminding you to release and allow. It is in the release where the magic happens. 999. Let me know if you've been seeing that in the chat and where you've been seeing it at as well. But let's go and get your yes no question out. Okay, let's think of your yes no question. Go ahead and say it out there, guys. So hi, Spirit, how are you? Thank you so much for being here with us. Now, as you know, Aries got a question. What's the answer to Aries' question? That's a yes, y'all. That is a yes. Thank you so much, Spirit. We appreciate that. And you know, I always like to double confirm here on the channel. What's the answer to Aries' question? That is a yes. Okay, guys. So that is what I have for all of you. I hope that this helps give you clarity as you move forward this week. But if it does and it resonates, go ahead and like, go ahead and follow, do stuff on the side. And then also, if you'd like to do a personal reading, check link in the bio. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.